Okay, students. Now let's move to the next topic of differentiation. That's the next type of differentiation what we're going to study. So far 7 types are over, and the previous one, as I said, it's just similar to the parametric differentiation. So when you want to differentiate one function with respect to another function, call one function as u, another function as v. Final thing is to find du by dv. Just follow the concept of parametric differentiation. Okay. The last 3 problems are worked examples. We have already done it in your EPL, so please refer. Now let's go to the next one. Okay, now let's have a function y is equal to f of x. If I differentiate for the first time, I'm going to write it as dy by dx or y dash or y1. This is first time differentiation. We call it as first order derivative. That is first time one time is differentiated. But now if I differentiate this once again, so I said I'm going to differentiate this with respect to x, right? So d by dx of dy by dx will be simply written as d square y by dx square. So if you're writing dy by dx first order derivative, if you're writing d square y by dx square second order derivative, if I differentiate this again with respect to x, this will become d cube y by dx cube, and that will be called as third order derivative. That means the same function is differentiated for the first time. Whatever you get, that will be differentiated for the second time. Whatever you get in the second, that will be differentiated once again, right? Keep repeating this procedure. Whatever the number of times, yes, it can be differentiated any number of times. But our study is limited only to the second order derivatives. So a function is given, differentiate for the first time, first order derivative. After whatever you get first order derivative, that will be differentiated once again. So it will be called as second order derivative. So remember, sometimes we differentiate for the first time we write y dash and y1 also, right? When I differentiate for the second time, y double dash, or it will be written as y2. Different symbols, that's all. Now, I know most of the times theory will not go so easily. So with an example, it's easy to understand. So directly I will start the NCERT exercise based on this. NCERT, there are worked examples. Under that first one, you have to find d square y by dx square if y is equal to x cube plus tan x. So we have to find d square y by dx square, right? Okay, differentiate for the first time, dy by dx. What is differentiation of x cube? Differentiation of x cube will be 3x square plus differentiation of tan x will be secant square x. This is first time differentiation. Now, if I differentiate for the second time, so dy by dx is first order. If I differentiate this now, this will become d square y by dx square. Now look here, 3x square. What is differentiation of 3x square? So 3 into 2 will be 6, reduce 1 power 6x. I've already told you how to do it directly. We have practiced enough number of problems in the basics. Okay, so otherwise 3 is a constant, keep it as it is. Differentiation of x square will be 2x. Please come to this stage. It's almost the end of the topic, end of the chapter now. Okay, plus as I said, differentiation of secant square x, trigonometric function, power is there, suggest you write this as secant x the whole square and differentiate. So first for x power n, so differentiation of x square will be 2x. So differentiation of secant x the whole square, 2 secant x multiplied by differentiation of secant x multiplied by tan x. If you want, can be simplified, 6x plus 2 multiplied by secant x into secant x, secant square x multiplied by tan x. What we got finally here, this will be called as the second order derivative of the given function. That's how it should be, nothing new. A same function will be repeatedly differentiated, that's all. Okay, now let's go to the second. So the second problem, they say if y is equal to a into sin x plus b into cos x, then prove that d square y by dx square plus y is equal to 0. Now it's a prove that problem, so it will be easy for us only. So let's find out dy by dx. That is first time I am differentiating it. A is a constant, differentiation of sin x will be cos x, plus b is a constant, differentiation of cos x will be minus sin x. before you differentiate, I always suggest you, there will be some simplifications which is required. Do it and then continue. So I'm simplifying now. A cos x, so plus into minus will be minus b sin x. This is dy by dx. Now differentiate for the second time. Now when you differentiate for the second time, dy by dx will become d square y by dx square equal to, a is a constant. So what is differentiation of cos x? Minus sin x. So minus sin x minus b as it is. Differentiation of sin x will be cos x. Just observe, minus is common. The remaining is a sin x plus b cos x. Correct, right? But actually what is a sin x plus b cos x? Nothing but y. So the right hand side simply can be written as minus y. But you have to show d square y by dx square plus y equal to 0. So shift this to left side. Therefore d square y by dx square plus y is equal to 0. It's quite easy. Okay student, now let's go to the next one. That's problem number 3. Problem number 3 is given by, it's again a show that problem. If y is equal to 3 multiplied by e power 2x plus 2 multiplied by e power 3x, then prove that. Some conditions are given, so we need to prove that. Let's see this one. So let's differentiate for the first time. Dy by dx, 3 is a constant. Differentiation of e power 2x. First it's in the form of e power x, then for 2x. Differentiation of e power x is e power x multiplied by differentiation of 2x will be 2 plus 2 as it is, it's a constant. Differentiation of e power 3x, e power 3x multiplied by 3. Simplify a bit. 3 multiplied by 2 will be 6 e power 2x plus 6 e power 3x. This is first time differentiation. This is dy by dx. Correct now? Then we need something called as d square y by dx square. Second time differentiation. Right? So 6 as it is. Differentiation of e power 2x. E power 2x multiplied by 2 plus 6 into differentiation of e power 3x. E power 3x multiplied by 3. So multiply 6 into 2. That's going to be 12 e power 2x plus 6 into 3 will be 18 e power 3x. Unlike the previous problem, I cannot prove it directly. What I will do here, I will take the condition. What is the condition now that we need to prove? We need to prove d square y by dx square minus 5 into dy by dx plus 6 into y is equal to 0. What I will do here, simply I will take the left hand side. So whatever the value I'm going to get it as 0. I will substitute for d square y by dx square, substitute for dy by dx and substitute for y, and finally prove that the value will become 0. So how to do it? So let me just erase this. So I said first I'm going to substitute for this. So it is 12 e power 2x plus 18 e power 3x, that is d square y by dx square, minus 5 times dy by dx. I already have the value of dy by dx here. 6 e power 2x plus 6 e power 3x. The last thing, just notice, plus 6 into y. What is y is given as? Now 3 multiplied by e power 2x plus 2 multiplied by e power 3x. Finally simplify everything and prove that the value will be equal to 0. So let's write the first term as it is, 12 e power 2x plus 18 e power 3x minus 5 into 6, 30 e power 2x, 5 into 6 minus 30 e power 3x plus 6 into 3, 18 e power 2x, 6 into 2 plus 12 e power 3x. Throughout this actually there are so many terms if you want to say, but actually there are only 2 terms. One is a term of which contains e power 3x, another is a term of containing e power 3x, right? So first let me just concentrate on e power 2x. So if I write e power 2x as common, what is the coefficient here? 12. And now look here, there is one more term of e power 2x, minus 30, and here plus 18 plus e power 3x. Now let's concentrate on e power 3x term. So here one unit is there, it is 18 minus here one more 30, and here it's going to be 12. And just observe 12 minus 30 plus 18 is going to be 0. So e power 2x multiplied by 0 plus e power 3x multiplied by 0. So final answer will be 0. It's an easier one. Okay. Okay, now let's move to the next. I will stop after doing this fourth worked example. The remaining exercise problems will continue in the next session. So the fourth one is y is equal to sine inverse x, then prove that some condition is there. Let's see that condition later on. Now just observe. I'm going to differentiate for the first time dy by dx 1 by root of 1 minus x square. We want d square y by dx square also. Okay, now student, let me tell you one thing. This problem and in the exercise, you have to see problem number 11 to 17. Problem number 11 to 17 along with work example number 4. So how many total number of problems then? So there it's going to be 8, 8 plus 1, 9. Out of 9, one problem will be given for 5 marks for sure. I'm not sure whether the other problems will be given or not, but definitely for 5 marks, 1 out of the 9 problems will be given for 5 marks. Usually we can just notice it's going to be question number 43 in the final examination. Okay, now let's come to this now. See, the thing is, I will not directly start the differentiation. Actually, what I will do here, I will shift this to left hand side, root of 1 minus x square multiplied by dy by dx equal to 1. Now I will start. Actually, a complication will be there if I start differentiating this directly at this place. So better just let me go for this. Okay, so shift and then start the differentiation. That is most easiest method. So let's write. Now you'll be wondering, sir, how to do differentiation of this? Use product rule. This is first function, this is second function. So root of 1 minus x square multiplied by differentiation of dy by dx, and differentiation of dy by dx is d square y by dx square plus dy by dx as it is, differentiation of root of 1 minus x square. First for root x, 1 by 2 into root of 1 minus x square. Root x is over. Differentiation of 1 minus x square. 1 is a constant, will become 0. Differentiation of minus x square will become minus 2x, and notice the right hand side is 1, so it will become 0. Now how to proceed now here? Quite simple. I will eliminate this 2 here and take LCM. What is the LCM here? Root of 1 minus x square. So root of 1 minus x square into root of 1 minus x square will be 1 minus x square multiplied by d square y by dx square. I have a minus sign, so minus into plus will be minus. X is still there. X into dy by dx. Remember, you have taken LCM, and now the right hand side is 0. Just shift this to right side. 0 multiplied by anything will be 0, and the remaining thing what you get is the required condition. Okay student, and let me stop after doing this problem. So many methods we have learned already. We're almost into the end of the chapter. So after this we have something called as mean value theorem, that we will do it later. Okay, so in the next session we will go to continue with the exercise problems based on second order derivative. My suggestions will still remain the same. If you are unable to understand when you just look into the first time, repeat the video, just try to analyze and understand. If still not clear, please call up any of the teachers, talk to us. Okay, and if there is any doubts or a particular problem if you are unable to understand, just text us on WhatsApp. We'll surely get back to you. Okay, along with that, keep practicing the formulas every day. I'm telling you repeatedly, I don't know how many times I have said this, because I know the importance, because I know how to make you learn. So I'm telling you repeatedly, please practice the formulas. And also remember, trigonometric formulas are very important for us. Okay, so please practice that formulas also. Okay. Thank you students.